Well, as you can see behind me, it's here. My compact tractor shopping days are over. Finally made a choice, and I'm going to explain to you today why I went with the New Holland Workmaster 25 over the John Deere and why John Deere lost a sale. So before I get started here, I want to mention something. This almost caused me a big headache yesterday. So we were using the enclosed trailer to haul this tractor. Most guys haul tractors on open deck trailers, which makes it no big deal. But if you're hauling a tractor in an enclosed trailer like me, you have to make sure you fold this down. And I knew that ahead of time. I had thought about it several times before I got there to load this tractor up. But what happened was I got to the dealership, some hustle and bustle ensued because it was almost 4 o'clock and the guys wanted to leave for the day. So I'm fooling with my straps inside the trailer trying to get them situated, and the salesman jumps on the tractor and starts driving it up in, and he had the ROPS up in the up position, and it was about to wipe out my trailer. Probably would have done some damage to the tractor as well. Who knows what was getting ready to happen. But thankfully, two things saved me. First of all, this tractor is so heavy that once he pulled it up onto the ramp of the enclosed trailer, that plywood started cracking and popping and making all kinds of bad noises, which caused him to stop and evaluate the situation. And the other thing is, some guys in the shop saw what was about to happen, and they came running out yelling at him to stop, 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 stop. So thankfully, the salesman stopped the tractor with only inches to spare before this ROPS wiped out the top of my enclosed trailer. Whew, that was close, wasn't it, man? That was so close. So I was blessed yesterday. Thank you, Lord, that didn't happen, because that would have ruined the whole day. So FYI, if you're going to haul a tractor in an enclosed trailer, put this down before you even get started. All right, so like I said, this is the New Holland Workmaster 25, and I'm going to start right here at the very front with the bucket. So after all had kind of settled down, I basically was looking at two tractors, this one and the John Deere. I was also looking at the Kubota there very, very briefly, but we'll get to that in just a minute. They got marked off the list real quick. So it basically came down to the New Holland or the John Deere. I really wanted a John Deere. I've always kind of thought I wanted a John Deere tractor my whole life, and I really wanted to get a John Deere. But once I started to dissect them and look at them and test drive them and, actually pour into them, I decided not to go that way. So first of all, starting here at the bucket, this is a 66-inch bucket. So it's much larger than what was on the Deeres that we looked at. Secondly, you can see how robust and heavy duty this is. I mean, this top lip right here, look how thick that is. It's double wall welded. There's no way you're going to mangle this one up and bend it. Just a very robust and large bucket. You can carry a whole lot more in here, and it just feels, even to the touch, it just feels like something that's a lot more solid. So I really like that better than what the Deere had to offer. It's got the standard skid steer, that's hard to say, the skid steer style quick release on the bucket. And as you all know, John Deere has their own proprietary system, which means you got to get attachments that are specifically made by John Deere or for John Deere. You can't just get standard stuff that you might find at an auction or a sale or whatever. So I like that about it. It has a standard bucket level indicator over there. You can see the rod there, which is really a nice feature. All the hydraulics here are covered up, safe and sound. This loader has a capacity of 1,600 pounds, which is, I think, about 400 to 450 pounds more than what the John Deere 3 Series had to offer, which is another huge selling point. This loader is a quick park loader. You can see the legs here that you can fold down. You can pull a pin, disconnect your hydraulics, and you can park this loader wherever you want to in just a matter of minutes. Can't do that on a 3 Series John Deere unless you go up to the more expensive models like the 3025R, which is a $6,000 upcharge. So basically right here at the front of the tractor, you're already getting a whole lot more for the money. The tires are larger. These are 43-inch tires instead of 41-inch tires, which is nice for your tractive capability. It's also nice when you go to put fluid in there for ballast because you can get more weight back there. So that was a nice selling point. I'll walk over here and show you a couple of things in the operator station that really sold me. First of all, we've got a 3-range transmission. You have a low and a medium and a high, instead of a 2-range, which is what they had on the John Deere 3025s that we were looking at. So that's really nice. We've got a cruise control lever over there so that you can lock the speed, any speed you want. You can just push that lever down and it will maintain speed, which is awesome. And that's the thing right there that basically allowed me to go with a hydrostatic transmission, because I wanted a hydro, but on the John Deere's 3025s, you don't get that. And if I decide to mow with it one day, or, you know, let's say you're plowing a field or you're mowing or whatever, do you really want to sit there with constant pressure on that pedal the whole time you're going up and down the rows? I mean, in my mind, it's just ridiculous that they wouldn't put a cruise control on there, but the John Deere didn't have cruise control on it. So if I got a Deere, I was going to get the gear drive so that I didn't have that problem. I was going to go with the 3025D, and I really just didn't want to do that. I kind of wanted a hydro, so this tractor allowed me to do that. All right, let's move along here. So you notice this lever right here so that you can operate these remotes right back here. John Deere didn't have that. Now they would sell that to you for $1,500, but it didn't have it on there. So that was another big thing I really liked about this tractor. So going around toward the back, you notice that the gear case is cast iron. A lot of guys say that's not a big deal, but to me it was a big deal. The John Deere with the hydro trans uses an aluminum gear case. I have actually myself seen pictures of those split and broken from guys trying to pull plows and things. I wanted a cast iron gear case. It's a tractor. It's made specifically to work and to pull things. Why would you make that out of aluminum? I have no idea. Aluminum does not save the company that's making it any money, and it's not an automobile being used out on the road, so fuel economy doesn't matter. Weight, you actually want more weight on a tractor. I just don't have any idea why John Deere uses aluminum in their gear casing. I wanted cast iron. This tractor has it. That was yet another selling point. See these stabilizers? Those were standard on this tractor. Not so on the John Deere 3025. And while we're back here, the 3-point hitch has about 300 or 400 pounds more lift capacity than the John Deere 3025 did also. So you got more lift capacity back here as well as up front. Also, this tractor has a mid PTO. See it over there? The John Deere doesn't even offer that, not even as an option on the 3025. So I guess we could go on all day, but I don't want to bore you to death. The fact of the matter is, for the exact same money, this tractor gives you a ton more features. I mean, you've got stuff on here that would cost you thousands of dollars more on the Deere. And if you say, well, the John Deere's a much better tractor, if that were true, then maybe it would justify the higher price. But based upon all the research I've done, I can't really find any evidence of the fact that a John Deere would be a better tractor. These, you know, the one that we had was a New Holland. It had 22 years of use on it. It was doing fantastic. You know, I have no reason to believe that this one won't be the same way. So yeah, we got on to the Kubota. And as soon as I climbed aboard, I immediately crossed it off my list. And the reason why is because on a Kubota, the hydrostat controls are that treadle, as they call it, that rocker that you lay your foot on. Absolutely the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. It would cramp your leg up in no time. If you spend a couple hours on the tractor doing work with that kind of thing, it would cramp your leg up. I don't understand it. It kind of feels like it's in the way. You know, it's not useful at all. It just feels like something's in your way the whole time. Dumb design. And to make matters even worse, they put the brake pedals right here above the treadle pedal. Okay, so you've got your forward control right here, and then you've got two brakes right here. Who came up with that idea? I have no idea, but they deserve to be fired. Let's say you find yourself in a panic situation. Maybe the tractor feels like it's about to go over a hill or something. It's been wet outside, your boots are wet. You go to stab the brake, but your foot slips off. What's it going to hit? The forward control. So instead of stopping, which is what you want to do, it makes you lurch forward. I can see that being a scenario that happens very easily. I mean, it's just a horribly dumb design, and as soon as I saw that, I immediately crossed Kubota off the list. But there were some other things I didn't like about the Kubota too. For one thing, the fit and finish wasn't as nice. It looked like a tractor from a third world country. I didn't like the design, and the prices are insane on them. They're so proud of them. They think they have something made out of gold, I guess. So anyway, sorry, all you Kubota fans out there, but I can't get into them at all. I personally hated it. But no tractor is perfect. I did find a few things that I'm not real happy about. Minor little things. So you'll notice that this tractor doesn't have a toolbox on it. A lot of tractors come with toolboxes either attached to the ROPS or down here on the fender or something. This one doesn't have a toolbox, and the funny thing is I've already found myself looking for it because this top link here came with a pin. Well, I didn't need that one, I needed the longer one. So I was looking to throw that pin that it came with in the toolbox to keep it for safekeeping, and I noticed that there's not a toolbox. So that's kind of a bummer. And the other thing I'm not real happy about is the hood design. Like I was talking about the other day, on most tractors you can just pop the hood individually and then you can take these side panels off and it gives you really good access. This one does not work that way. All of this is metal instead of plastic, which is great, but you can't take the side panels off. So this whole thing raises up. So what you do is you pull the pins on this brush guard and you fold the brush guard down out of the way. Then you have to operate this lever right here, and then the whole thing will raise up. But you can't just take off the side panel individually. And so what happens is, you can see how far back there you would have to try and reach to get to your air filter and some of the other things back there that you might want to get to, including the oil fill. Now, if you didn't have this loader on here in the way, I guess it wouldn't be as bad, but it's still not going to be a lot of fun because there's the air filter. The side panel still covers it up. So, not real happy about that. I wish that the side panels came off. That might be a challenge one day, is to try and figure out a way to cut those and make some quick disconnect pins for it, kind of modify it and make our own. One day. But anyhow, that's basically it so far. Everything else I really like about this tractor. It's a great value, lots of tractor for the money, and I think it's going to be fantastic around here. Another thing I really love about this tractor is how quiet it is. Compared to that Yanmar and the John Deere, this thing is whisper quiet. And if you spend any time on your tractor, you'd really appreciate that. So at the end of the day, this is what we decided to go with. And I think it's going to be awesome. I'm real happy with it. For the money, I think it's an awesome value. It's going to be a great tractor, and I can't wait to add some more attachments to it and play around with some different things. I might do some more videos with it, showing you how we use different attachments around the property here to get some chores done. That might be something fun to add to the channel. Instead of just trucks and Jeeps and tires, maybe we'll do some country living kind of stuff. What do you think? So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Thanks as always. If you've got any questions about the new Holland Workmaster series tractors, post them below, and we'll talk to you later.